Hello, and welcome to Bees and Tea Stitching. I'm your host, Sebastian. Over here, let me see if I can move this a little bit. I have my kitty right beside me, doing a loaf. So, welcome to anybody who's new here. Welcome back to all you guys who have been here before. It's my little corner of the internet where I talk about stitching, my cat, life, all the good stuff. Life updates. So, it's been an interesting week. I don't know. Well, I guess I have talked about it before because I've done some stitching. Um, oh, I should say. Well, that's fine. So I am a fan of Good Omens and a bunch of other stuff too, but Good Omens is one. And get that away. Anyway, so the very last episode showed on Tuesday night into Wednesday. It was interesting. My opinion of it was one way before. It's changed. I'm not going to say anything. No spoilers for any guys who have not watched it yet. Definitely watch it for sure. It definitely ends things. That's all I'll say. Anyway, so that was interesting. Also, the other point, which is Stitchy related, is there was supposed to be, well, there is, a Stitchy retreat going on in town this weekend, but I had not actually gotten, I had not gotten off the wait list for it. And so I had just assumed that I wasn't going to go. One of my Stitchy people called me today, and she said she's having some medical issues and is not going to be able to go. She's okay, nothing emergency, but so she wanted me to take her place. So I will be. I'm not going to be there the entire. I think I'm going to be there most of it. I may go in. I'm not going tonight. It will be happen. It starts tonight. But I have another engagement tonight, so um, um, yeah, I have a date with some wine. But anyway, um, but so I'm not gonna be going tonight. I'm gonna be going a little late tomorrow just because I have another stop I need to make. Well, two stops actually now, and so I need to stop by the person who is not going because she had some gift bags for the table, so I'll be taking those. And I'm also going to stop by my LNS because I won't be going there on Saturday. So I need to make those two stops first before I go to the retreat. So I think even though it's down, it's um, in our town. I think they got a hotel room just because it is a bit of a drive. We are way south of downtown. So, I will probably end up staying um, in the room. That way I don't have to keep commuting back and forth. We'll see though. I'm going to pack with the assumption that I am staying. So, there you go. I just found out today, so I don't have a single thing packed. Oh boy. Anyways, so that's going to be interesting. But, yeah. Also, the Owl Forest, if it's true that this coming out every 2 weeks, the Owl Forest next part of Sherlock Holmes should be dropping either late tonight or tomorrow, depending on whether they're doing it like, Russian time or European time. I don't know. But so I'll have more of that to work on. Yeah, so that was life, which did include some stitchy stuff. Just so you know, I do have a new start, which has to do with what I was talking about. That's why I want to go into that. I do actually have some a little group of stuff I bought. So I'll talk about that at the end. And yeah, so I think that's good. So, shoot, I did not actually organize these. Sorry about that. So that's a yes. That's a no. That's a no. That's a yes. That's the new one I need to start. All right. That's a no and that's a yes. Okay, cool. So now I got them separated into what I need to use my whatchamacallit on and what I don't. That's no, that's a yes. Okay. I think I got it. And this one is, hold on. Yeah, never mind. Okay, so I think we're good now. All right, so first, let me bring up my handy dandy little fire tablet here, which is plugged in, so I am not going to have a problem with power. So this is, whoops. Okay, there it is. You know what? I don't think I have a picture of it. I do not. Damn. Welp. Hold on one second. Shoot, I am actually going to have to pause for just a second. One moment, please. Okay, back. Sorry about that. I know this is not the best picture, but what I did was on Tuesday, I actually watched all 12 episodes of season 1 and season 2 of Good Omens. So while I was doing that, I was stitching. There we go. That's not the greatest picture, but you can get the general idea. So it's got the 2 wings, the glass of champagne, and it says "to the world" at the bottom. So there you go. Anyway, so that's what I started. I am going to work on it. I might need to work through some feelings first before I finish continue working on it. We'll just say that. But anyway, so I've got most of Zirfil's wing in. The outline, I should say, not the here we go. Not any of the fill in. I do have, as you can tell, there's a little bit there I need to do. But yeah, the outline is done. So, this is the called for? Yes. So these are the called for colors on a something I haven't pulled out in a long time. This is a Fortnite Fabrics. Colorway is shiny, 18 count. So I was in the Fortnite Fabric group of the month, Fabric of the Month for a while. For whatever reason, I was getting 18s and not 16s. I guess that was my go for a bit. So I have a lot of Forbidden Fiber. Wow, a lot of Fortnite Fabrics, 18 count, and so this was a kind of a light mushroomy that I thought would look good on that. And I have done, I guess I stopped at a weird time, 357 stitches out of 3,259. So I'm at 10.95%. So there you go. It is a very small project, and I could absolutely get that done pretty quickly. But yeah, like I said, I'm working through some feelings. So, yeah. So that was my new start. I don't have any finishes, fully finished or anything like that. So there you go. That's that. So I will throw this over here. Where can I throw this? All right. And the second one that I'm going to need for with my fire tablet. There we go. Bring this back here. Where are you? There you are. Okay. It is in the Def Leppard bag. Oh, that one was in a new bag I actually got. Well, new-ish. From Vicky's Stitch and Button. Look, it's all pretty. It's rainbowy sort of wolves, and it's got kind of a rainbowy sort of pattern on the inside. So, yeah. Very cool. So, got the Def Leppard bag, which is Black Cat X Stitcheries bag. Really cool. And in this one, I have Long Dog Samplers, the one I was not intending to start, but I did. This is the freebie that, like I said, I don't know whether it's still available or not on her website. You just have to go look. And it is called Wishful Thinking. So, whoops, let me pull this back here. There we go. So, it's, there we go. There we go. So, yep, got the May We Live in Less Interesting Times. Slightly Less Interesting Times. There you go. So, that's that. And I have finished up some stuff up here. I'm kind of getting to a point where I can't really do all that much, as you can tell. So, I have moved down here and gone into less. There you go. So, that is what has been done. So this is obviously not the called for. This is a unknown, I'm gonna guess 16 count. So it's 3/1. This one is a 2/1 on an 18. Called for. This is the, it wasn't called for anything. 3/1 on a random, I believe 16. No, 14 count. I believe. I think this is a 14 count. Unknown fabric. Really pretty unknown fabric. That was a mustache. So, very cool. And the thread is from Live and Die LA. It's called Strange. There you go, because it's Doctor Strange's colors. There you go. That's a cool little ball of it there. So that is the second one, the long dog there. Which I have not worked on the other long dog, so that's the only long dog for this week. But you know the other long dog will be out. So the numbers here, I have 1,750 out of 8,208. Well, technically 1,751 because I had to do a redo. So I am 21.33% done. So there you go. That's pretty good for not having started it that long ago. So nice. Okay. Next will be PDF there. Selena is still over here being a cute little. Well, she is like just out of camera, but yeah, she's over here being an adorable little loaf. So the third one and the cool dragons bag. I don't know whether this was a stitching button or not. I'm gonna guess probably, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, in this bag is, there we go, Arsenal Football Club by crossstitch.com.au. Ozstitch.com.au. Sorry. There you go. So this is for the Arsenal Football Club in the Premier League. There we go. So, update on Arsenal. So, unfortunately, Manchester City did win their game. So, if we win our next game and they draw or lose, we're good. If we win our next two games, then we're good. Then we won the Premier League. So it's still coming down to the end. So we'll see. You know. But anyway, so I did. I want to say maybe a couple hundred stitches. I'm not 100% sure how many I did. Let me just move some of this stuff here. I'll tell you what, I'll just hang this off to the side for the moment. There you go. So, I believe, I don't think I did anything down here. I think I was working all kind of over here and kind of over here. Right, and you can see me that I'm coming down here now. So it is just a lot of fill-in. And yes, it still says Ars. You can kind of see where the N is going to go there, but I am trying to not put that N in until I have to, because I just think it's hilarious that it says Ars. So there you go. Because, I'm perpetually 6 years old and I think shit like that is funny. Because it is, I guess. But anyway, so I am at 9,200 stitches out of 19,061. I am 48.27% done, which is awesome. Awesome. We're getting it going. It's almost halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there. So yeah. This is the called for colors, 2/1 on just a random white 18 count Atom. So there you go. That one is looked after, and my thread is going everywhere. Stop going everywhere, thread. I'm going to assume this is where that went. Yeah, I think it is. Alright, we'll assume. Oh, crap. Yeah, let's just not have my thread hanging out of the bag, shall we? Alright, the last one that I'm going to need my fire tablet for is in my nice big old bag. And this is my cool Gamecocks bag. Look at that. And it is by Molly Page. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know if she has an Etsy page. I know that I'm not sure. Anyway, I got this at a local convention, so or local um, um, retreat. There we go. That's the word I was thinking of. Okay, so this is the one I was talking about that the next part should probably be released soon. So this is Owl Forest Embroidery, uh, Sherlock Holmes Mystery Cell. Now mine's not going to look exactly the same. It's not going to have some of those cool color variegation because I am doing this in DMC. I would have loved to have done it in the Owl Forest, but the cost to get the thread over here was literally more than the thread itself. So, yeah, that's not happening. So I'm trying to get this done before the next part comes out, which I don't think is going to happen. Um, so I am at 1,200 stitches out of 1,978, so I'm at 60.67. Now that's just for this. This is not for the entire thing. That's 60% done for the first release. So, um, so these are the called for DMC replacements on I believe this is 18 count Stormy Night, if I remember correctly. Yes, this is an 18 count Stormy Night. So this is 2/1. There you go. And so you can see John's hair. You can see some of the silhouette of Sherlock in a bowler hat. So I finished up the red. Like I said, you can't see the variegation in there, unfortunately. And yeah, so I've done um, the rest of the red, some of the black, or some of the 37.99, and going down into Sherlock. So there you go. I mean, if I don't get it done, I don't get it done, and I'm just a little bit behind. The next parts are going to be smaller, but they're still not going to be small. So, this is something I'm probably going to have a bit of a hard time keeping up with. But I'm just going to do the best I can for it. That's all I can do. So, yeah. The the fact that I'm 60% done sounds good, but it's actually not because I need to be further along than I am. Yeah. I checked this morning or last night. I checked last night and it hadn't dropped yet. I have not checked yet today as to whether it has dropped yet. So I believe that's everything I need for my fire tablet. So I will turn that off and show you the other three things that I have done. So, in the bagel bag, I know for sure this is definitely a Vicky Stitch and Button one. Alright. This is going to be American Pride by RTM. There you go. That nice Quakery sort of look. And I believe this is also a piece of 18 count Stormy Night. This is not at all the called for colors. I think maybe the blue was called for, but the rest were definitely not. So, try to get these threads. There we go. As far away as I can. So there you go. I have been working down and doing the blue and gold in this little area right here. So I'm trying to get the blue part of it done. So I'll just have the red, white, and gold left. There you go. That is how that one is going. Like I said, I didn't have the particular intention to finish it this year. Definitely not by July 4th. But if I do, I do. I would say, sorry, I have to be close to halfway by now. By looking at where I am kind of here, I've got to be close, and I've got a little further over this way. So, being close to about 50%, like I said, since it's on Pioneer Keeper, I don't know, but my guess is that I'm somewhere between 40 and 50%. And it's only May. I very well could get this done by the end of the year. If I do, great. If I don't, meh, whatever. So, now the next two are going to have a theme. So, let's see if you can guess the theme. It'll be really easy, actually. So first off, got Witch Bag, which I'm pretty sure once again is Stitch Button. And this is the, where are you? There you are. The Forbidden Fiber, however improbable, the Sherlock Holmes Mystery Cell. Yeah, I know, lots of Sherlock Holmes going on. I have other Sherlock Holmes ones that haven't even started yet, so yeah, you guys have no idea. Well, you might have an idea, but anyway, so this was it was a mystery. That's why it's in black and white, because you were guessing the colors as you went. So, I am so close to being done with this little, there we go, with the top part of 221B. I mean, I've just got that last corner. And I was like, I could have finished it instead of just stopping at 250 stitches, but, there we go, it's a little bit better here. Pull this up as well. There we go. So, I really, it's comedy of errors. There we go. So anyway, I could have finished this, but it was still like 70 or 80 stitches, something like that. I'm like, you know what? Nah. So I'm going to finish that, and then I'm going to start on these massive amount of black. My thought is what I'm going to do, because I want nice coverage on this. This is all the called fors, 3 over 1 on the called for fabric, because it's all the called for threads and fabric that came with the Forbidden Fiber. I don't. I have so much stuff in here because of all the threads and all the envelopes and such. Okay. Oh, wait, there it is. This is toasted coconut. 16 count, I believe, wasn't it? I believe this is 16 count toasted coconut. But anyway, so that is the call for that. So my plan is, because I don't think there's going to be enough black, if to do it 3 over, because it's supposed to be 2 over 1, but I want that nice coverage. I think what I'm going to do is 2 strands of hers and 1 strand of just black, or $37.99, whatever color it's closer to. I think it's gonna be $310 though. So yeah, so that's my plan, and that way when I do that, obviously I can make it go a lot farther. So that is my plan. I have not gotten to the black yet, obviously, but when I do, that's gonna be my thing. And I've still got the vast majority of my Cone of Doom. Ooh, wait, hold on. Can Selena wear my Cone of Doom? Hold on. I'm not going to be able to do this, am I? Darn it. I was going to try and make her wear my Cone of Doom. Anyway, so, never mind. I'm not going to bother with that. Selena's like, what are you talking about? Oh, wait. We're on the move. I bugged her, so now she's up. Nope, she's just sitting back down. Okay. Hi. Anyway. So, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. I apologize. But anyway, so yeah, that is my idea for that. I think that's gonna work, because like I said, I really do want the nice coverage, and I'm afraid that the coverage will not be good enough with just 2. I'm kind of weird like that, so I'm kind of a heavy coverage kind of person. I don't like any fabric like showing through. I know, it's weird, and it does sometimes. It's fine. It is what it is. So. Alright, the last one, which will also have a theme with that one. Look at the cactuses. I guess I should have said look away if you want to clutch your pearls, but it doesn't seem like anybody who'd be watching me would probably be clutching their pearls. So, if you are, I apologize. This is absolutely a Vicky Stitch a Button bag, because that's just the kind of thing she do. Wait, hold on. Whack. Anyway, yeah, I know, I'm weird. This is there we go. This is Timey Wimey, which was a Forbidden Fiber mystery stitch along there. So there you go. That is that. And again, this is all the called for fabrics, all the called for threads and the fabric. This is on 16 count Gallifrey. There we go. And I now have Wibbly Wob Timey Woo. So there you go. I have Wibbly Wob Timey War. That is where I've got so far. This is the Don't Blink is the one that came with it. This is just one I already had. So once again, that is all the Call Force, 3 over 1 on the 16 count fabric. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm not sure why that was a hard thing to say, but apparently it was. Get back in there, Gallifrey. Or whatever this was. What color was this? Now I'm kind of curious. It was Azure. Okay. So a couple of them have Doctor Who color names. Some of them are just, I guess, some of her own colors that she's already had. Cactuses. I still love this. That might be one of my favorite bags. So, yeah. Alright. So that's all the stitching. All I've got is just a little bit of haul to show you, which will be really, really fast. And then we'll be done. So, and Selena is still sitting over here. So I did put an order. It was, wow, my mind just blanked on that. Let me try that again. So, Fickle Stitches, there we go, was doing a giveaway and actually won a gift certificate to 123 Stitch, which was amazing. So, what I have are some threads. So obviously I decided to do a few things. So these are the last few threads I need for Kate and I, Aardvark Stitcher, who's part of half of Fickle Stitches. We're starting a otter on World Otter Day, which I think is the 27th. I'll double check. I don't think she watches me, but if you do, please remind me if it actually is the 27th. These are some gentle arts for a couple of Blackbird designs that I'm going to kit up and start. I believe there was Raven Bewitched and I don't remember. Eleanor Rigby was one of them. I don't remember if there was a third, but yeah, definitely Raven Bewitched and Eleanor Rigby. I do have all of the beetles from Blackbird. Whether I'm going to do all of them or not, I don't know. I actually was thinking about starting Octopus's Garden, but 123 was missing some of the thread, so that will have to be another start. And Eleanor Rigby is actually one of the, I think it's kind of smaller. But I've already done Blackbird from because that's really small actually. It is unusually small for Blackbird designs, especially because it's part of a series. But I've already done that one, and so it looks like Eleanor Rigby will be second. Oh, hi Selena, and there she goes. Bye Selena. Anyway, so those are the ones that I got those for. Also got a hoop, because I always need a hoop. This is a 8-inch, 7-inch. 7-inch, which is kind of my go-to. And then the last thing, because, I don't want all this to travel alone, was a pattern. So this is October Quakers from Hello from Liz Matthews, who is quickly becoming a favorite of mine. But there you go. So I have, okay, there we go. I don't know necessarily that I'm going to do Boo, but I'm definitely going to do this tree. I've got, I think it's called Pumpkin King, which will be perfect for a perfect orange for this. And so this is supposed to be, okay, this was actually DMC on a Muted Sedona from Fiber on a Whim. So there you go. But yeah, so I will probably find a nice variegated, maybe a dark purple, maybe a black gray. But yeah, so I will be doing that. All right, so that is everything. I'm just putting all this stuff back. If you guys are interested to see the patterns that go with these, please tell me. I am more than willing to show you the colors and all that together. I have not picked any fabrics yet, I don't believe. So that will be something that will happen when I'm getting a little close to actually starting. Um, Considering I just started, um, I'm just about to start. Well, I haven't actually started these, but considering I just started something else, and I have a couple that I really want to, um, kind of work on and get finished, or at least closer to finish. Um, I'm gonna try not to start anything, um, but we'll see. I can't promise that that's not going to happen. So, let's see. I was just looking at the comments here. Because like I said, I'm terrible at replying to the comments, but I kind of like looking at them and seeing what you guys are saying. Um, Anne said, I enjoy your videos. I'm stitching Strawberry Biscornu by Erin Elizabeth. That's cool. I have not seen that. I'll have to look it up. And Stitch Dogs and Tea says, I'm glad your teams are doing well. One of mine is doing well, the other one is not. Um, so do you. Oh, I'm intrigued that Alfor Sherlock Sal, but I might hold off. Very understandable. You know me. I'm a Sherlock fan, so um, all that over there is Sherlock Holmes related. Well, almost all of it, except for that right there is not. But anyway, so you know me, I'll start a Sherlock. Um, Also, what are your teams? I'm kind of curious. Like, are we talking baseball, football, basketball? Please respond. I'm kind of curious. All right. So that's kind of my little comment corner there. That should be everything. Um, Please like, please subscribe. I don't get paid for this. It's just it helps the algorithm. Um, it helps more people see me and hopefully enjoy what I do. Yeah. Please comment. Like I said, I'm really bad about replying, but I am reading them. I had already read them, but I wanted to open this back up to read it again. So I could kind of respond. I do have a Ko-fi. If you guys want to buy me coffee, obviously no. Um, okay, sorry. Absolutely no. Boy, I just squirreled there, didn't I? No pressure on that at all. I guess that's about it. That's all I can pretty much think of. So, um, I will probably have some information, some cool stuff, maybe some more stories about this retreat that I'm going to apparently tomorrow because, that's how that works. And I will talk to you guys next week. So for me and Selena, wherever the heck she went, we will talk to you later. Bye.